Our target audience had been reached, as it was evident from our audience feedback. A lot of them had liked the video and said it worked really well. They were able to understand the narrative and concept clearly. For example, one of the girls said that the storyline and narrative was very clear. In addition to this, the guys also seemed to understand it well. Locations were a key aspect we focused on a lot in order to appeal to our audience. From our previous research, we noticed that many conventional locations for R&B videos were places such as parks, bedrooms, as well as houses. We used these ideas to plan the locations for the artist. For Naina's performance elements, we used locations such as the bedroom, living room, which are very conventional locations for females. As well as this, we used parts of the city, giving it a bit of a sophisticated feel, and also conforming to the urban locations, which are mainly seen in the R&B genre. For faces shot, we used street-type alleyways in Mile End to appeal to the stereotype of an East London rapper, which a lot of teenage males listen to and can relate to. For the flashback shots, we used locations such as the park and living room, as these are very common locations in which couples are seen to be in, giving it that romantic element. These locations appealed successfully to our audience. As I said, the park and house location fits the song really well. The house location gives a cozier feel, and also that the upper class locations in London represent the R&B genre really well. In terms of mise-en-scène, we used a few feminine props here and there. For example, a pink photo album, a Me To You teddy bear, and a swirly photo frame. These are all objects which majority of teenage girls would have in their bedrooms. In terms of the artist style, we have used a very feminine look for Naina. This was successfully reinforced in our feedback, in which they quoted, "The girl is feminine through her clothes," and also that the artist is represented well through her clothes and location. This was seen through the use of wearing big necklaces, earrings, and also high heels, all of which would appeal to girls who love fashion and accessories. From our Survey Monkey results and feedback from our focus groups, we decided that the flashbacks would be the most effective way to illustrate the couple's relationship and their past memories. It worked well to show past and contrast it with the present, as it has been successful in previous music videos such as Be Without You by Mary J. Blige. We gained positive feedback from our audience, as they quoted that the flashbacks worked really well, and also that the nice use of fades showed the memory. We also used a mobile, which is a high source of media used by a lot of youngsters. Therefore, getting caught in situations, as shown in our video, is very common, which would allow the audience to relate to and therefore increase their appeal. The colour scheme we used for our ancillary products were black and gold. This was to signify fashion, class and sophistication, which can be applied to several young girls. We wanted the typography of our ancillary products to fit in with the artist's style, as well as the music video, which is why we used an italic font which has a feminine touch to it. It was successful as we got a lot of positive feedback from our audience, as they were able to link the typography and narrative together. For example, someone from our audience quoted that the typography fits well with the type of song and storyline. Overall, from looking at our audience feedback, the most successful part of our production was the editing. A lot of the audience feedback commented on our special effects fades and our fast cuts to the beats, as they worked well. In addition to this, several of them quoted that our lip sync of both artists were very accurate, which made the lyrics of the song seem a lot clearer. Also, we used a variety of camera shots using different angles and camera movements. This made our production more varied in terms of shots. Our main strengths were working together as a team and getting the job done on time. Although we were pleased with our outcome, we did have some weaknesses. One of these was that our actors needed to be a bit more enthusiastic in terms of acting and performing. Another weakness was that our lighting wasn't so great in the Blue Lounge, due to it looking very unclear and dull. In addition to this, a lot of our audience had said that they did not understand the beginning of the video. For example, one of them had said the echoes were slightly unclear, and this is why they found it very difficult to understand what they were saying. In terms of the ancillary products, one of our less unsuccessful aspects were the pictures, as we were not able to take some ourselves due to schedule problems. we had to change most of our concept and design for our products, although we still managed to pull it off by using copyright-free pictures, thanks to Nena. Our work could be improved in several ways. Firstly, improving the actor's performance, especially as the argument scene, as it lacked emotion. This had also been reinforced by our audience as they commented saying more passion from the artist was needed, which is why the scene seemed slightly unclear at the beginning. Also, we would change Faze's costume during the studio scene as it was not the look we wanted. Several of our audiences had commented on that, saying that the shirt and the hat did not match. Also, if it were possible, we would reshoot all the scenes done in the lounge as it was very dark and unclear. Although we tried extra lighting, it just wasn't enough, which is why the beginning was not as great because we could not refilm and get them to talk and argue more. Another thing we would improve was to take pictures of Nena on the days we were filming. This would have saved a lot of time and would have been a lot more convenient for both of us and Nena, as we could have stuck to our original ideas for the pictures.